Hi everyone, it's Liam here from Biggerplate.com. I'm excited to share with you today a very short video about our newly launched collections feature, which enables our pro members to gather together mind maps and webinars around a particular topic of interest into a collection. Pro members can create as many collections as they like, and all collections are publicly visible, meaning our pro members are helping not only themselves but others to find mind maps and webinars of interest around a particular subject. So let's take a quick look at how the new collections feature works on the Biggerplate site. Okay, so here I am at the Biggerplate website. I am logged in at the top here as a pro member. So if I go into my account, you'll see there's a new collections tab here within my account, and you'll see there any collections that you have created already. Now for our basic members, you'll see a favorites collection already created here for you, and that's the only collection you're going to have as a basic member. But if you are a pro member, you're going to be able to create as many collections as you wish, targeting and focusing on as many different subjects and topics of interest as you wish. So I'm going to create a new collection here, just choosing this green button up here, say create new collection. So maybe I want to create a new collection of content all around creativity and innovation perhaps. So I'm just going to give my collection a title, creativity, innovation, and then I'm just going to give it a short description. Now for both the title and the description, I'd suggest trying to keep them relatively short, relatively succinct, so that people understand what kind of mind maps and webinars they're going to find in there, and you don't bury it with too much text. So we're talking about creativity and innovation, so I'm going to say here's a selection of my favorite mind maps and webinars to inspire creativity and innovation. So I'm going to say add that collection to my account, and there it is just at the top here. It's the first in the alphabet, creativity and innovation. So I've got a collection, but obviously there's nothing in it yet. Now the idea with collections is it's something for you to just throw content into whenever you're just clicking around the Biggerplate website. So let's say, for example, I do a search for creativity up here. This is going to search the whole website, both mind maps and webinars, and it's going to just pull together a set of search results. Now not all of these are necessarily mind maps or webinars that I'm going to want to add to my collection. I want to be selective. I'm really going to try and sort of find the best maps, the things that I think really give me what I want. So here's a lovely looking mind map, and I can actually add it to the collection straight from the list page, or I can actually go into the individual map view page, as we call it, and you'll see here I've got an add to collection button there. Well, here's a really creative looking mind map all about cracking creativity, so that seems to fit with my collection. So if I hit add to collection, I'm then going to get this little pop-up menu here, and it's going to show me all of the mind maps that I've all of the collections that I've created already, and I want to add this to my creativity and innovation collection. You get the little green sign up here that says that's been done, but maybe I look in the related maps down here, and there's maybe some other things that inspire me around creativity. Well, 6 hats, the De Bono methodology, is a really great way of inspiring creative thinking. So maybe I think I'm going to add a 6 thinking hats mind map to that collection as well. So I've now got 2 maps into that collection so far, but maybe I might also want to add in some webinars. So again, if I do the search up here for creativity, I could search within the webinar library as well, but if I just do that headline search at the top of the site, it's going to search everything for me, mind maps and webinars once again. And what I've really done with my collection is create a little folder really of maps and topics that I might want to come back to later. But then also here you can see I've got some webinar options that really seem to speak to this creativity. So here's a webinar coming up on the 12th of January 2021 about creative thinking. So I could say let's add that to the collection almost as a reminder that I want to attend that webinar on creative thinking. Now again, I look down the webinar list here, and some of these webinars are in French. Maybe I don't speak French, so even though they look really interesting around creativity, maybe I'm not actually going to be able to understand them. So I'm going to look for some of these other ideas down here, and I can see you've got a great one here with Jane Cormie, who's a real creativity expert. So I'm going to add that brainstorming and problem solving webinar from the archive into that collection as well. So I've added 2 webinars and 2 mind maps into my collection, and if I go to my account and look at my profile, so if I look at my profile like any website visitor can see the Liam Hughes profile up here, biggerplate.com/Liam Hughes, you can see all of the mind maps I've shared, all the videos I've shared, but now you can also on the profile see the collections I've created. Now, as I showed you earlier, I've created quite a few different collections here, but this is the one I've just created, Creativity and Innovation. And if I click into that collection, you'll see here's the 2 mind maps, and here's the webinars, and here's a little bit of a description about this collection I've created. Now you can get as specific as you like with the collections feature. That's kind of the point. So if you wanted to create a collection about specific software and creativity, you could create that collection. If you wanted to create a collection in French about creativity, you've seen there's some good French webinars about creativity. So really, collections is just opening up a really wide range of possibilities for our pro members to curate our content. There's some fantastic mind maps and webinars in the Biggerplate library that maybe don't get seen as much as they should. So we're hoping our pro members can help us to pull those out and put them into collections around particular topics of interest and help themselves and others to really zone in on some of the fantastic mind maps and webinars that exist within the Biggerplate community. Of course, if I wanted to go and edit those collections, I can just loop back round via my account. I can go into any one of those collections using the little edit icon here. I can edit the title, I can edit the description, and of course, if I then view the collection from within my account, you'll see I've also got these blue crosses here, which just enable me, if I want to just remove any of those items from the collection if I've maybe decided I don't need those items in there anymore. So that's a really quick run through of the new collections feature. As I say, pro members can create unlimited collections, and we encourage you to create as many collections on as many different topics as possible. Our basic members get a free favorites collection, so they've got one collection to save and store mind maps and webinars that maybe they think are really fantastic. But of course, if you really want to get full benefit out of that collections feature, I'd recommend upgrading to Biggerplate Pro. It costs just $29.99 per year. You're not only getting access to the collections feature, but you're also getting access to a huge range now of archived webinars, over 100 webinars available to view on demand, as well as a regular calendar of live webinars with expert speakers, a range of special offers and discounts on mind mapping products and services, and of course, a really fantastic image library that you can download these images to use in your mind maps and give them a little bit more of that creativity themselves. So that's all from me for now. I hope you'll explore and enjoy the newly launched collections feature, and we look forward to seeing what you create with this new functionality. So until then, take care.